Hi, guys. Thank you for taking the time to get on tonight. There's so many faces, very exciting. I wasn't able to be on last week, so I just wanted to take a quick second to introduce myself. My name is Rachel. I'm a double diamond from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I joined It Works in February of 2015. And yeah, I mean, this company's changed my life, and I'm glad you're here. And we have a really awesome group of girls who have each enrolled, I believe, 20 LCs or more this month. So their tips are going to be amazing. So make sure you get your notebooks out. And Shayna is going to be our hostess with the mostest slash MC slash pink haired princess. So, Shayna, I'm going to hand it over to you and get your notebooks ready, guys. This is going to be awesome.
Sounds good. Hey, everyone. So I'm super pumped up. So first, we're going to go ahead. I guess we didn't really discuss an order, so I don't think it should really matter, right? So I just want to make sure Amy is on as well. So you say it Myra? Is that how you say your name? Okay, perfect. So do you want to start first and just kind of do like a short intro of introduce who you are, your rank, how long you've been in, and then start with your amazing tips for signing loyal customers? If you're not ready, I can ask Amy.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm Myra. I'm an Emerald leader. I joined October 28th, 2016, so I've been in for 2 years now. Basically, I've signed 26 customers this month. My average is about more than 15 every single month, unless I'm not actually working. So I sign an average of 5 DTs to every single month, and it's basically just because I've learned how to grow my network, and I have basically branded myself. I've brought my brand up. I'm bringing It Works along with me, but I'm using that as something to boost me, something to start whatever I'm going to do in the future. So that's my perspective. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. This is one of them for me. And I'm working on the next one while I'm doing this. So when I started It Works, I had 400 followers. My Instagram was trash. It was literally just me, and my dog. So when I started, I basically just gave it 100%, because if you're not going to give it 100%, then it's always going to be hard to get to that 100%. I committed to it, and I basically did everything that my enroller told me to do, which was talk to people. And she gave me the script, she gave me the messages, and that's when cold messaging was my thing, because, you have to start somewhere. So I needed to get the word out, and I would talk to as many people as I could. So my first month, I signed, I think, like 6 customers, and then it just kept growing and growing from there. In January 2018, I promoted to Ruby, and it was literally just because I started to put myself out there more. And January 2018, after conference, I was like, okay, if, we're going to be on social media, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to make this, an in-person job where I have to find people. So I had to make my Instagram something that was worthy. So that's when I started talking about the keto coffee on my story, like all the time. I would just show them how to make it, and that would get people interested. Everybody drinks coffee. That's like my number one thing I sell now. But then in June, I had my own transformation. I realized that I lost 20 pounds. I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I was just using it for energy. I lost 20 pounds, and I put 2 pictures side by side, and my business exploded. I was like, okay, I'll do it. So then I just started putting myself out there more. Any opinion I have, I put it on my Instagram. I don't use Facebook. I only use Instagram. But now I talk on my story every single day, and, I don't use already made stories. I try my best to make my own, and definitely just talk to my people. They're my people. I've gone from 400 followers to almost 9,000 followers, and they all know who I am, and they all bring me people too. So at the beginning of 2018, I was literally messaging 60 people per day. I did not care. I printed out a list of all my followers. I think by then I had like 3,000. And I messaged them every single day, 60 people per day. I was working a retail job. luckily I could be on my phone. So I would send them host to post. I would send them cold messages. I just saw your profile. Like, would you like to try my products? I would do polls all the time. I just continue to increase my interaction with people. I continue to build myself and show them my life. My life was being changed by It Works. And honestly, conference was the biggest thing for me. Conference was when people were like, oh, this is a legit business. Like, cool, she has an event. So definitely just show off whatever you're doing, show off the Zoom calls that you get on, and show off your life. It's not, I know people are very scared of showing off their personal life, but trust me, we're in an era that people are just really nosy. They want to know what you are doing at all times. And I do it all the time. So they always know what I'm doing. If I don't post a story, somebody's like, hey, why haven't you posted? If my stories aren't loading for people because they have like the no data or whatever, they'll message me, hey, what are you talking about in this video? I can't load it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then they turn into my customers. I show them my coffee every single day. I show them my skin routine. I show them what I'm doing. And that's how I've gotten 26 customers this month, just by caring. I care a lot about my store. Your Instagram is your store. Your social media is your store. Care about it. So I put up good content. I stopped putting up just random things. I'm intentional with whatever I post. I take good quality pictures. I've gotten to that point, but even before, I would try looking for things that actually looked like me and actually things that I would do. So, if I was talking about a product, I wouldn't just, post a random picture about a product and talk about it. I would literally take a picture like this and crop the product right here. They knew I wasn't holding it, but it was here. So, I was in the picture at least. And that would get way more likes than whatever I was posting. So really taking advantage of yourself, be yourself. People want to see you. They buy you before they buy the product. Another thing is excitement. I talk to all my customers with excitement and telling them that these products will work for them and will get them to where they want to be. Because I lost 20 pounds with them. They're going to get you to where you want to be if you use them properly. So with the app and with the loyal customer program, I've been getting everybody, and I've basically turned it into a 90-day transformation program. Cool. If they continue after the 90 days, which they probably will, especially if they're on keto coffee, they'll keep buying from me. But during those 90 days, I tell them during the 90 days, I'll give you free workouts. I'll give you some recipes and then chances to earn prizes, as well as 40% off all products, $10 off coupons every month. Your order's processed. And then a free membership for life. And then they're like, okay. And I tell them, it's regular price is $65 for the keto coffee, but during my program, you'll get it for $39 per month. And then their eyes light up and they're like, sign me up right now. So regardless of whatever they're getting, I'm telling them this is going to work for you because I'm going to be there every step of the way. So of course it's going to work if I'm constantly checking in on customers and seeing how they're using the products, especially keto coffee. I'm sorry, I'm talking about keto coffee so much, but that thing sells itself. Whoever gets it, it sells itself. So that's pretty much it for me. Just being yourself. I've been able to not message as much anymore. So I don't message a lot. I message 20 people off of my polls every day and that's it. And I've still managed to get 26 customers because I'm talking to them about every product I use every single day. So they're kind of in one ear and then it's staying there and they're like, okay, that's a new product that she's trying. That's cool. And then something's going to trigger them to buy from you whenever they want. I have people from 2 years ago when I started who just became customers this month because they're finally ready and they finally see how committed I am to want to start with somebody that's actually committed to this business. Nobody's going to commit to you if you're not committed to yourself. If you're not committed to this business, they're not going to want to start. They don't think that you're going to guide them. They don't know what they're getting. They don't know that you are going to be, checking up on them. So I tell them, I'm going to help you every step of the way. I just keep reminding them, I'm here. I know it's a new product. I know you're spending money. I'm not going to play with your money. I'm here. So that's it.
Awesome. I love that. So, one of the hugest things I think that you mentioned was posting your own before and afters. I think that's super, super huge. And not only that, just being real and honest. The other day I was talking to my hairstylist and we were talking about reality TV and I was like, man, it's my guilty pleasure. And she's like, it's mine too. And then as you were talking, it kind of like clicked for me. It's like, we're basically creating our own reality TV through our Instagram and stuff, because I just recently started doing foster care and I get random messages all the time. Like, are you going to adopt that baby? It's only been 2 months, but like everyone like wants to know what's going to happen next. It's like, they're like on their seats, like what's going on? Like, I need to know. So I just love that you brought that up. So that's important that you guys are opening up your life to others. I mean, you don't have to share everything, but know that your story is going to influence and change somebody. And so thank you so much for sharing. You really did an amazing job.
I got one more thing.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So definitely talking about your struggles is one really big thing. Like in 2018, I basically realized that my social media was my therapy. Like that's my therapy. I get to go on there and just talk about what I want. If I lose followers, cool, you don't want to see my stuff. That doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm like, if I lose them, that means that they didn't like my stuff and they were probably never going to buy from me. So that's okay. So talking about your struggles, I talk about being a college dropout. I talk about having anxiety. I talk about things. But I find support groups in there. I find people. The other day I talked about women empowerment and how relationships really like bring us down sometimes. I talked about it and so many people just messaged me telling me, thank you, I needed this today. You know, if you're struggling, don't hide it. You know, you can hide it if you want to, but I'm suggesting to you, once you figure out whatever that is, talk about it. Somebody out there needs to hear it and somebody out there will support you. If you get somebody that's really rude, block it. Okay.
Yes. Amen. Amen. So many. Yes. So the one thing while we go on to the next person, I really liked your wording and stuff. And I mean, I could definitely go back and like listen, but if you are able to like copy and paste in the chat, maybe could you share your wording on how you word like the loyal customer program, the way you said you worded it? Because it's always good to switch things up and try something different. So that way everyone can copy and paste it for themselves as well. So we're going to go move on to our next lady. Oh, of course, she's not on the camera right now. Amy, are you available?
Sorry, guys, can you hear me? My internet keeps saying it's like unstable.
Going on? I just like disappeared. Could you guys still hear me? That's so weird. Okay, anyway, so Amy, I see you're there. So I'll just go and then I'll get this ready for the next one. But so if you just want to introduce yourself, say how long you've been in the business, and then if you just want to start sharing your amazing tips on signing loyal customers.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy. I have been in the business since July of, it was 2 years this last July. So like 2.5 years. I honestly didn't really know much about the business besides just wanting to try the wraps. So I can't say no to people. So I signed up. And the first month, I guess I was like, running out of the gate, signing quite a few customers. After that, I work full time and I have a couple girls, so life got busy. And I mean, every month I sign some customers, but it's never been a ton. But we booked a trip to Mexico and I was finally like, okay, this baby weight's coming off and I got to do something. So I started doing the keto coffee and the chocolate greens. In the last 11 weeks, I've lost almost 25 pounds. So like every week I've been posting like a before and after, like side by side. And like this last month with the new ThermoFit X coming out and with my before and afters, my business has exploded. I've signed 19 customers this month, which I've never ever, like maybe 5 or 6 in a month, like never ever 19 people this month. I like my phone runs dead 3 times a day at work because people are constantly messaging me. So I like just message them back. I mean, we did a host a post with some of the girls on our team. So we all like donated something a day and we did 14 days of giveaways. Like I was like messaging those people back like crazy. They're messaging me. Like, I don't know how many times like my phone was just going dead. It was just insane. And my husband's like, why is your phone keep going off? And I'm like, all these people want our stuff. Like they want to lose weight. They want me to help them. So it like this month has just been totally insane. Like actually made me realize like, you know, like this is legit a business. And, you know, I mean, we can all do this if we just put our mind to it. And I mean, I'm not messaging anybody like anything, you know, I don't know, I guess really anything different. It's just that I'm super excited to help people. And like just Monday I posted and I had like over 150 people like comment and be like, oh my God, you look awesome. Help me do that. Like, so I think mostly, I mean, like people have told me time and time again, like you have to be a product of the product. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, right. Okay. But legit people, it works. Like if we are posting that we're losing weight and that we're doing stuff, people are going to message us. Like I used to send out messages, but like this month I haven't even had time like to send out messages besides like reminders. Like I set reminders on my phone, this girl's going to sign up this day. That's like legit all I've sent out this month besides the host to post because my phone is on fire. Like it is lit up every day. Like it's insane.
That's amazing. And Amy's before and after, she just got them corporate approved. And so they're that really pretty white after, and I can share with Casey and Rachel so they can post it in their team's pages, but she really looks phenomenal. I was just like, I cannot tell her enough. Like, girl, you are rocking it. And we have a boom chat for my team. We're doing a boom chat this month. And so it's like literally booming. She's like booming the shit out of it. Like every day it's like, Amy boom. And I'm like, girl, you are on fire. But seriously, it's amazing. I don't know, it just gives me goosebumps and chills, and I'm just so proud of you and everything that you have accomplished. So like the moral of the story is get your before and afters, do your host to post, and I mean, they're basically flocking to you. That's basically what you're telling me right now, right?
Yeah, I mean like, yeah, pretty much that's what's happening. And like even like before, like people would, you know, like you friend request and then they're like, do I know you? No. Well, now like legit you messaged on my post that you want to know about losing weight. So I mean, I think I've grown like almost 400 friends just like legit in 15 days.
That is flipping amazing.
It's insane.
Amazing. Do you have anything else you want to share?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you did awesome. I'm proud of you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm just going to read off Hannah's. So she enrolled 28 customers in a month, and her tips for enrolling them are a lot of what both these ladies have said, is posting your own before and afters. She does the host to post. Oh, Amy, if you want to mute yourself. Oh, I think I can mute you. Sorry. And then she does host to post. She always posts the keto coffee for host to post. Sharing her personal results. So the month that enrolling 28 customers, she did a ton of upselling, which I know is something that when you go to conference, when we were at the Michigan green carpet that they had, they talked about that a lot. Like one thing that I've learned recently is before when we first came out with keto coffee, I was only doing 1 pack of keto coffee. You know, it retails 65, you get it as a 39, but doing it as a 30-day supply. So doing it for $78 and, 39 plus 39, I'm not going to do that math. It's the same message in my phone. But doing that, and so you're doing 2 packs of keto coffee instead of the 1. And then what I've been doing is adding in exact one way. But if you have a single product that somebody's interested in, try upselling, the new Thermofite X, try asking about, getting them started on other products and stuff like that. So that's a huge thing too, because then, the more BV you got going on, the more you get paid out on. Okay, so she did a lot of host to post. I know that's like a really big thing on our team that we do a lot. We come together, we do giveaways, we'll put money together for gift cards, things like that. Even if you don't have that as an option, just do stuff you have around your house. Like, people like stuff. Like, I was kind of a little nervous because we did a 14-day giveaway and we were giving away like journals. Like, people want notebooks. They want like just like a pretty notebook that you post on your page, and I got like 15 people that are like, I want that. And it's like weird, but okay, I like it. So I've noticed that posts get more attention when you tag in the comment section rather than the post itself. I know in a doubles group that I'm in, one of the girls doesn't have people tag her and host a post, and then she'll just go in and comment in the comment section instead of having them tag her. And then once she gets the post up, she'll just go and comment on it, which that's something I've started doing recently as well. She uses stories for Instagram and Facebook. And then she uses an app called Unfold, which makes everything look super appealing and eye-catching. It's called Unfold. I'll spell it in the chat. Unfold. It's like a picture editing app that she uses. And she's a photographer, so she has like really good taste for pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is getting your own before and afters. If you're already like, you're rocking your look and you don't need to, find something that you can talk about every single day. Like Myra said, posting that she's making her coffee every single morning, or making your collagen in a cup, or whatever. You're just showing your world that is watching you using the products. And that's really going to help them to fall in love with you and fall in love with what you're talking about, because it's going to be a part of you. People connect with you on a personal level and they trust you, and then they want to say, oh yeah, what is that thing you're doing, by the way? I have that happen a lot. People be like, oh, I like some shirt you're wearing, and oh, by the way, what are you selling? Like, or what do you have? And so it is a great way of putting yourself out there, being that reality TV. I mean, to an extent, don't be out there like being all like crazy. And I always like to tell my team, if it would make your grandma blush, don't post it. Some people get away with posting stuff that would make their grandma blush. Whatever works for you, but that's my way of saying, don't be too much, if that makes sense. You don't want people to be like, no. So, Rachel, Casey, if you guys have comments, comment them in the chat so we can answer. Do either one of you have anything you want to add?
I mean, you guys are freaking killing it. So I'm so proud of you guys. Like, it's insane. I love what Myra and Amy both said, because like, I truly feel like the business has shifted since I started almost 4 years ago. Because seriously, when I first started, it was truly about messaging and like talking to people. But now people are coming to us. Like, I know for a fact I'm in the right place and I have the right products, because people are literally coming to me because I am posting about them, and because I'm using the products, and because I'm getting results. My friends are getting results. So seriously, guys, if you want to produce enrollments, use the products, get your friends and family to share the results with you, and just share them with people. If you guys don't have any yet, ask your team, ask your upline, and get their results and share them. Because I promise you guys, if you're posting about these products, people are going to come to you. You're going to have enrollments. I think I've signed like 7 customers or 8 customers this past week. So seriously, just post about it and just be excited. Just like Myra said, like, being excited is probably the leading thing, and selling yourself and branding yourself. So that's pretty much it. Love your tips. Yeah.
I did not hear that as love your tips. That's all I've got to say. I was like, whoa.
I didn't either. And I was like, okay, you're really perverted, so maybe it was just you, but.
Okay, I think Myra had something else she wanted to say. Myra, did you?
I was just going to talk about how to like increase your engagement. Some of my team and I did like a 5-day challenge with this, her name's Amanda Bucci. She's like this fitness coach who has helped hundreds, thousands of people increase their visibility on social media. And it was basically just putting out great content, first of all. And then we found like hashtags. So I put hashtags in my pictures. I use, I forgot what app it is. I use hashtags. That is the app. It's right here. So I just put down like one word, you know, like if I'm at the gym, I put fitness and it gives me a bunch of hashtags and I put it in my picture, and I've noticed that it's gotten me from like 300 likes that I was kind of managing to 600, 700, 800 likes, just because I'm using hashtags. So you really want to use Instagram. Like Instagram has become very, very, picky. If you're not using their social media, they won't put you up on people's feeds. They will not. If you're not posting with polls, if you're not using the questions, use all the features that they have, because they have it there. So like I like to make my stories on Instagram. So hopefully Instagram will notice me and be like, okay, we're going to let it slide. Let's put her up there. So I use that. And then I also use when to post. My page is private just because I was waking up in the morning to like some strangers commenting some crazy things. So I didn't do that. I was doing it to see when I could post, but I use when to post. It's for iPhones. I don't know, one for Androids. But that just gives me times in the day that I should post. So it gives me 3 times. And it's different times every single day. So it analyzes all your followers and tells you like when your followers are going to be mostly on. That has helped to get likes faster for me. Hasn't really increased them. The hashtags has increased them. Also liking, if you're going to post something, make sure that you're going through your feed and just liking pictures before you do it, because they're going to be the first ones to see your picture if you're liking their pages, if you're liking their pictures. So those are like 2 ways that I increase my engagement.
Awesome. For me, I just wanted to echo once again the using a product and sharing your own results. My business exploded just over the past year with my results from the keto coffee. And just like sharing my results and sharing, like Myra said, every day how I use the coffee, like people are watching and people will say, you know, people will be like, okay, I've been watching, or I've seen you post about this coffee, like tell me about it. But they just feel comfortable about whatever I have to say about it because I'm using it myself. So make sure you find, if you haven't tried a product, just, you know, find one and try it. Like fall in love with one of these products, and that will change this business for you, because people can tell. People can tell when you really care about something, when you're really passionate about something, and people can tell when you're just saying what you think you're supposed to say. So just work on, you know, using a product and being authentic, and people will feel that and you'll get more of a positive response. Does anybody else, are we having questions that we're answering? What's going on, Shayna?
Yeah, we were just going to answer a couple of questions here. So Myra, there's somebody asking about how you printed off your followers on Instagram. Would you be able, is that like a long process? Can you type it in the chat, or do you want to talk about it?
It's super easy.
Okay.
So what I did was I went to Instagram.com because I could not figure it out, like with all those YouTube videos to like export it. I didn't figure it out. So I just go to Instagram.com. I go to my followers. So it like shows you your whole Instagram, just like you'll see it on your phone. I went to my followers and I was just scrolling down the entire time until it stopped. And then I highlighted it. So I had to go through that several times because it kept not highlighting everything. But I highlighted everything and then copy paste into like Google Sheets or Excel, and I just printed it off. So I had like a stack this big every few weeks.
So I'm just going to have you answer. Well, I'm going to answer this one question. It says it's probably very broad or vague, but how do you mass enroll? I feel like the best answer for that is applying every tip that was given tonight and just implementing it in your business, and you're going to see what happens from doing that. I mean, by all means, there's been times where I've signed a ton of customers and then the next month it's not the same. So you need to make sure that you're consistent with what you do every single day. But even when you have those lulls, or you're not signing as much as you did the day before or the week before, month before, just keep doing what you're doing and it's just going to happen. You're going to go through seasons where
Oh, sorry.
you're going to have mass enrollments and you're going to have half of what you enrolled. It just kind of, it's just going to kind of happen like that. So I hope that answers that question. And then Myra, if you want to go over, somebody's asking, when you say good content, do you mean quality pictures and the editing?
So yeah, so what I've been doing is I used to post a lot of selfies. Who wouldn't? So what I've noticed is that I follow a lot of people who are already successful in other network marketing companies, just because I like to see what they're doing. And most of the time, those companies are already established for a long time, so they know where they're going. So I like to take whatever they're doing, copy somebody who's successful, and try it out myself. So what I was noticing is that they don't have a lot of selfies on their page. They have literally full body pictures all the time, or, things that are of value, something that your followers do want to see. So my profile looks like this. There's still selfies in it, but like at Costco, I talked about, groceries, It Works paid, tagged Costco in it, tagged the location. At Noodles, that was one of my jobs in high school and my freshman year of college. I take these pictures. Well, my boyfriend takes the pictures for me. So if you have somebody to take pictures of you, let them be your photographer, or tell them, take a picture of me. And then I edit them. I've started using like filters to try to get into presets. But in my opinion, I've noticed a lot of people who just use filters or have a really good camera and have good quality, like good lighting, good saturation, all that. Their pictures have way more likes than when they started doing presets. And in my opinion, I'd rather have way more likes and be popping up on other people's feeds rather than having a pretty Instagram. So that's my opinion. There are people who use presets and they're, up there. But for me, it didn't work. So figure out what's working for you. You can find presets on Etsy for like $3. I bought a ton. I don't like them. So I do my editing and all that stuff on Airbrush. It's like the best app. It's the app I've been using the 2 years that I've been with It Works, and it's still free. So it's like Facetune, but it's free and it has everything that you need. So that's what I do. I try, if I'm doing a picture on my phone and it literally looks like this where you can see it, I'll blur this out and make it look like, a portrait picture. So that's what I do. Quality pictures, just, if you're out, take a picture. If you're wearing some nice clothes, take a picture. If you're, getting gas, take a picture. Just take a picture every moment that you think is your life. Take a picture and post about it. And, it doesn't have to be It Works related. Sometimes I don't even know what I talk about. Sometimes I talk about random things just to talk about it. And I also try to ask a question. And how I started my good content is by putting something crazy in the first line. So Instagram kind of like shortens your captions. I put something crazy. So when I quit my job, my retail job, I quit my job yesterday, ... And then I continued. So that got people to look at my post, and that one got like 900. I don't even know. But also blobs. If you're writing everything all crunched up in a paragraph, I personally will not read that just because it hurts my eyes. But try cutting it up, having a few sentences, go to the next line, a few sentences, because that will actually make people go down the line and actually read your whole thing. So for me, I do like that. So a few sentences and I just keep going. You can do that by pressing the space and then putting a dot, pressing space, put a dot. But that's how I do good content.
Awesome. Yeah, and definitely we're like every single week, like we said on the Zoom last week, we're going to do training. We're going to do things that you guys want and need to work your business. So I feel like doing, an Instagram training and posting and stuff like that will be something that Myra will definitely be a part of. But it's definitely, something that's a part of your business, and just don't forget about Facebook, because I know there's a lot of people on here that are like, Facebook. But when I first started, Amy too, like I think that's where she's getting one of hers. So don't forget about Facebook, and we'll definitely do like trainings on Facebook and Instagram and posting and branding yourself and all that stuff. We're going to just make a whole lot of amazingness happen this year for everyone. So thank you guys so much for everything. Did somebody unmute themselves that needs to talk? Mm-hmm. You, Rachel?
It was me. It was just an accident. Sorry, bye.
Please. Okay, so Oh, yeah. She said you can Facebook message her if you need help. But okay, so I feel like we went over a lot of amazing information tonight. Hopefully you guys took something away from this. We are recording this, so it will be posted in your guys' team page. Again, stay tuned for our wonderful weekly team huddles, whatever we're calling them, because we're going to do it every week. And I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Amy and Hannah, for her tips, even though she couldn't be on tonight. So thank you guys all so much. Have a blessed evening.